Hello everyone, welcome to Target45. My name is Jyoti. Today we are going to solve three butterfly patterns as part of Day 14 Coding series. One is star pattern, star butterfly pattern, the second one is a number one, and the third one is an alphabetic version of the same. So if you see this pattern, we can clearly observe that this is half part and this is half part. So we'll solve the first half part and we'll invert it. So in the first row, if you see, there is one star and there are eight spaces and another star. And in the second row, two stars and six spaces and two stars, and three stars, four spaces and three stars. And in the fourth row, two spaces and four stars on the left and four stars on the right. And there are no spaces in the fifth row. And this is inverted from sixth row. 1 to 5th row is inverted in a 6th row to 10th row. So what we'll do is, so we'll take n equal to 5. First we'll solve the half part for I in range 1 to n plus 1. We have to start at 1, stop at n, stop at n plus 1. So it will print up to n. So here n is 5, so it will print up to 5. After that, we'll have to print stars. So when I is equal to 1, we have to print one star in the left part, and after that we'll have to print the spaces. So for this spaces, we need to use a simple logic, which is 2 into n minus 2 into I, and we'll have to print the rest of the stars, which is star into I. So let's understand this. Let me explain about the 2 into n minus 2 into I part. When I is equal to 1, we have 10 minus 2, that is 8 spaces. When I is equal to 2, we have 10 minus 4, 6 spaces. When I is equal to 3, we have 10 minus 6, 4 spaces. When I is equal to 4, we have 10 minus 8, 2 spaces. When I equal to 5, we have 0 spaces. So the spaces are continuously decrementing. First we have 8 and then 6 and then 4 and then 2 and then 0. So for that we are using this formula. You have to remember Bodmer's rule. That is why we are calculating 2 into n first, and it is subtracting 2 into I. So according to Bodmer's rule, the preference is given like this. First brackets and then division and then multiplication and then addition and then subtraction. So here we are doing the same. I hope this is clear. Let's print this. See, we have completed half part of it. So for the remaining half, we have to do a simple change. We are not changing the pattern. We just need to change the way how it is printed. So for that, we'll copy paste this. And here for this pattern, for this half part, we said 1 to n plus 1. But here where it is starting at n, it has to stop at 0. And how many times it has to decrement by 1 time. So it is minus 1. So let's see if our problem is solved. See, this is how we solve our problem. This is how we solve this pattern, butterfly pattern. This is very simple in Python. So you have to remember this logic, how we are printing the spaces, and you have to remember how Bodmer's rule works when you are using expressions. Understanding expressions and Bodmer's rule is very important for MCQs in the interviews. So let's go to the number pattern. So I'll simply copy paste this. We have to do simple change in order to print numbered butterfly. Here we are printing stars. Instead of the stars, if we convert that star to I, let's say we are taking I every time. If we convert this I to string, and if we multiply it with integer, this string will be printed this many times of the integer. So we have already covered it in the day 1 of the coding series. If you have missed it, go back and cover those series as well. So let's see. Now we have got numbered butterfly. It is just that simple. So now we'll copy paste the same thing for alphabets. But alphabets, when we are dealing with alphabets, we have to remember to use chr function. Chr function is used to convert ASCII code to character representation. And in ASCII table, 65 represents A, 66 represents B, and it continues. That is why here instead of string we have to take chr, and we have to sum it with 64 because I is starting from 1. So initially it is 65 and it is incrementing up to E. So we'll change this everywhere, 64. You have to understand how to use for loops and how to use the expressions when you're dealing with spaces. These problems are very good for logical thinking. So let's run this. See, that's it. So this is how we solve three different patterns using stars, numbers, and alphabets. That's it for today. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section. Thank you.